Hello, my name is Vinicius. I'm the professor of English here at Buntech, and today I have the pleasure to speak with Bryan Proffitt from Red Hat. And Bryan, could you please tell us a little bit about Red Hat and your job at the company?
Sure. So Red Hat is a U.S. based software company. We focus on primarily on open source software. We started as a Linux company, and for a long time we're working on that operating system. In recent years, we've seen things grow and the needs for different tools in larger companies grow, and we've grown with that to address all those different needs. So the project that I work with is called Overt, and Overt manages what are known as virtual machines, which is something enterprises are using more and more of. And because Red Hat is an open source company, all of the software that it uses, it does not actually make. It's made by various open source projects throughout the world. Then Red Hat will take them, refine the software, and then sell support with the software. So open source doesn't mean you're actually selling the software, you're selling the support and the help that goes along with it. And Overt is one of those many communities that Red Hat is working with.
And what is the market share for Red Hat at the moment, and how do you see the company in a few years down the road?
Red Hat's market share is probably, well, we're the number one Linux company in the world. There are other competitors that we have: Canonical for Ubuntu, Oracle for their Linux, SUSE for SUSE Linux. Among those, we are the number one Linux company. We are the first open source company in the world to generate $1 billion in US terms in revenue a year. We did that for the first time a couple of years ago, and we're actually well on track to make $2 billion in the next couple of years. So we're growing at a fantastic rate. Red Hat is hiring around the world hundreds of people every month. When I came to Red Hat about 6 months ago, I was part of a class of 100 people that month, just in the US. We have offices here in Sao Paulo, also in the Czech Republic, England, China, Japan, Australia, everywhere. We are growing at a phenomenal rate. And so our market share, Windows is still there, still very prevalent throughout the IT community. And we are growing against that. But when you look at where, Windows is on the desktop machine and some servers, but Linux is running pretty much 80% of the internet, whether it's Red Hat Linux or SUSE or Ubuntu or whatever. The internet itself is powered by Linux. And so in that respect, we are doing very well.
Just one more question. Were students to follow a career on virtualization, what kind of advice would you give them?
I would say definitely build your strength in system administration and network administration. Those are two parts of virtualization management that we definitely need skills in. What tools like Overt are doing now is they're not only letting you manage the machines themselves, but also define virtual networks between those machines. Because if your machines are talking to each other in a more efficient way, the applications that they're running will be far more efficient. So we're really seeing a growth in the need for network administrators as well as system administrators. certainly anybody who can code is going to be very welcome, because these virtual machines can communicate with each other with scripting and whatnot in much better ways. So there's a lot of room for a lot of IT skills in virtualization management.
Bryan, thank you very much
You're welcome.
for the interview. Thank you.